Picture this: in a quiet New York cafe, Bill Ackman leans over his coffee, eyes sharp as he talks about losing billions and why that was his best lesson ever. These super investors with their jaw-dropping portfolios aren't just money machines. They're philosophers in disguise, uncovering secrets about risk, patience, and what really makes life richer. But what if I told you these lessons go way beyond finance? Stay with me and you'll never look at wealth or happiness the same way again. First up, the power that turns volatility into victory: patience. It's not just waiting, it's a mindset that shapes every move these investors make. In 2015, Bill Ackman bet big on a company called Valent Pharmaceuticals. He invested billions only to watch the stock plummet, wiping out huge sums overnight. But where most would fold, Ackman doubled down, learned critical lessons about risk, and stayed the course. That painful experience taught him more than a spreadsheet ever could. Patience isn't passive, it's intentional and strategic. Imagine patience like planting an oak tree. You don't see growth overnight. In fact, the first years look like nothing's happening. But under the soil, roots spread wide and deep. Similarly, patient investing lets your capital build unseen strength, growing quietly while others chase quick wins. The true magic is how waiting lets time do the heavy lifting. This patience transforms panic into profit. Instead of reacting to every market tremor, these investors embrace uncertainty, confident that persistence will pay. The surprising insight: patience doesn't just grow money, it deepens wisdom, helping you see crises as invitations instead of threats. Next, we dive into a paradox. The smartest investors own just how much they don't know. Far from arrogance, this self-awareness becomes their secret weapon. Charlie Munger, sidekick to Warren Buffett, famously credits much of his success to one habit: admitting he's often wrong. When faced with complex decisions, Munger steps back and says, "I don't know." This honesty frees him to seek better data and rethink assumptions, a practice that saved billions and kept hubris at bay. Think of this like the beginner's mind in martial arts. When you accept that you're a novice, every move is an opportunity to learn and adapt. Investors who admit their blind spots avoid the trap of overconfidence, which can blindside even the shrewdest minds. Embracing ignorance becomes a lens, sharpening insight, not a weakness. This openness turns ignorance into an advantage. Instead of rushing to act, it cultivates curiosity and humility, leading to wiser bets and steadier nerves. The twist: recognizing what you don't know turns you into a lifelong learner, and wealth grows when you're willing to evolve. Finally, here's the kicker: true riches are more than dollars. These investors reveal wealth's spiritual and emotional layers. It's a worldview shift that might just change how you live. Ray Dalio runs Bridgewater Associates, famed for its radical transparency, a culture where every employee critiques one another openly. Sounds brutal, but it creates a workplace of brutal honesty, trust, and clarity. Dalio says that approach builds not just financial success but psychological safety, proving that money and happiness can coexist through authentic connection. These investors see money as a power tool, like a hammer or a flashlight, useful but only if wielded well. Instead of chasing numbers, they focus on what money enables: freedom, curiosity, and generosity. Wealth stops being a trap and becomes a means to craft a meaningful, balanced life. Ultimately, what lights up their happiness meter isn't the portfolio size, it's clarity, purpose, and relationships. The surprising takeaway: money magnifies who you already are, so the real investment is in knowing yourself and building genuine connections. That's the richest return of all. Remember Bill Ackman in that cafe? His painful Valent loss was just the start, a lesson in patience, humility, and purpose. Wealth isn't just about growing banks, it's about growing deeper wisdom and better living. Try this before your next big decision. Pause and ask yourself, what don't I know? Embrace that and you'll be richer, wiser, happier, trust me. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.